We gonna talk about it?
Talk about what?
The race.
What race?
The race in West Virginia that we had. The race that there was some controversy at the end of the race and all this other stuff with some riders and renegades and that kind of stuff. You don't have no clue.
Don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, so Brandon, we went to West Virginia this past weekend at the Beckley Boy Scout Ranch, and was number 10, I guess. Number 10.
Around number 10, yep.
So we're gonna try something a little different about with the video this week. We're gonna put the race report before the race,
yep.
So we can explain to the viewers what went on and what our race and how our race unfolded, that kind of stuff. You know, and then if you guys stick around, we did not get the total entire race. Okay, we got about, what was it, 20 minutes of footage, almost the entire first lap.
So yeah, I was trying to look at the GoPros, and yeah, the only GoPro that worked is
the front one.
Is the front one, but only for 20 minutes.
Yeah. So what's happening is I think I figured it out today, is so software updated on the rear, and then also they're getting hot and turning off. So I've got to get that figured out. I'm probably going to take them to somebody, let them look at it. So anyway, unfortunately, we've only got 19 minutes, but you guys stick around. That first 19 minutes is awesome. And there's two little dots that got on the camera. Brandon wiped those pretty quick, so it's a pretty good camera view. You guys stick around and be able to watch that. But and I'm gonna have some commentary. I did some commentary during the race while Brandon was out there racing, you know, lap 3, lap 4, lap 5, that kind of stuff. I went ahead and added that into the entire. Obviously you won't see those laps. You're only going to see lap 1, but I did include that in the video in the backside. But you'll understand it as you go along. But I wanted to talk to Brandon about this race and the implications and stuff that happened. We had a good weekend, and Brandon ran a very, very good race, and woke up Saturday morning at the Airbnb and got out there. The weather was wonderful. Yep. And got to the racetrack and started prepping and starting getting together. So we go up there to the start line, and
yeah, everything's
take
good.
It from there.
Everything's
Let's go. So give the viewers a race report.
So yeah, I mean, everything's normal. We felt like we were prepared as much as we could be. Trying obviously a few new things for the start, and we wound up actually getting a dead last start, which was not what we hoped for at all. That was definitely not planned. We're trying to actually get a little bit of a quicker start, but that did not happen, unfortunately.
What we tried went backwards.
Yeah, it did not work. So I'd say I go into the third corner dead last. I pass a few of them going down the straightaway. If you know the track of the property, we go down the straightaway a little bit before we head directly into the woods. I passed a few of them there. I think I moved my way up to, I don't know, I'd say 5th or 6th area. And obviously I knew Cody and Landon definitely got better starts than me. I knew they weren't behind me because I was dead last, obviously. And so I didn't want to let them guys get away. And essentially what I did was just try to pick out lines. Luckily a few guys actually moved over for me. It's nice of them, courteous of them. Then I moved into 4th. Kind of settled in that 4th position for a little bit. Gavin Jenkins was leading. Landon, and then Cody, and then me.
And then you.
So I settled in that 4th position. I'd say, I don't know, I'd say we're a quarter to halfway through that first lap. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good, actually. And so we get around Gavin in a rock garden section, and I'm following obviously Landon and Cody behind them. The pace picked up a little bit, and we started pushing on pretty good. Not very many line choices here at this piece of property. I mean, not a lot of good passing lines. Pretty obvious lines. Track's mainly one rutted. Everybody's taking the same line for the most part. So there we come up to a hill, and I see a line to the left, so I decided to take it and actually get around both of them. So that put me from last to the lead within 3/4 of a lap, and felt good. Obviously, doing that in one lap makes you feel pretty confident going into a race. So we did that, and didn't really look back. Put my head down. That first lap, I felt pretty good. Just trying to learn the track, learn the terrain, and make sure everything feels all right.
Now, we'll tell you, that's where the video ends.
Yep.
So the video ends. It shows where Brandon took the lead and passed those two guys. It looked like they went to the right, and Brandon just had this line picked out. He dropped down in this ravine and come up and got by both of them at one time. And then it was probably another couple minutes of video, and then that's when the darn camera got hot. But anyway, you come around for the first lap, and
in the lead, and I'm sure nobody really expected
no,
that.
we were sitting there, and I'm like, boy, and even on the video, you'll see that I've got, I'm like, boy, Brandon's got a long way to go, and this, that, and the other, and the next thing you know, we're like, what the heck? Here's Brandon in the lead, so which is a tall feat. So anyway, you come through, I think it was a 10-12 second lead, something like that. So
it wasn't very much that first lap, and so obviously I knew the track, knew the terrain. I kind of settled in a little bit more. Bike was starting to feel a little bit better the more I rode it, and put my head down. I mean, really, that second lap, put my head down. I think I gained a 20 to 25 second lead there. And then moved on to the third lap. I mean, no issue second lap. Obviously, there's no lappers on the track, nothing like that. So
third lap, you laid down a really fast lap.
And then the third lap, did the same exact
43 seconds, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm pretty sure the same exact thing. And I mean, I think I gained another 20, 25 seconds on them.
Yeah.
And
but I'm gonna tell you, this is where I think we made a mistake at. When we stopped, we give you a drink, give you gas, and we let you know you had a 43 second lead, and so that puts you in like. What do you think percentage you was running at that point? 75%?
75, 80.
So Brandon was in like 75%, and that's probably what cost us.
Yeah. So we pitted that beginning of the
fourth lap. It was I think
it
was beginning of the fourth lap is when we pitted.
Beginning of the fourth lap. Yeah, because the first three I was.
First three you was good, and then the beginning of
the fourth. We pitted, got a thing of water. They let me know. I believe I was like 43 seconds, like you said.
Yes.
So I'm like, dang. I mean, I must be doing something right. So we're feeling good. Bike's feeling good. So then what I realized was, or I didn't realize when I was in the race, but realized now, what lappers were horrendous. That lap, really bad actually, and so I'm making my way through them, picking them off one by one, and obviously I'm not running to my 110% that I could have been, and just slowed down just a little bit. I believe that following lap, I'm pretty sure, was it that lap they caught?
Yeah. So the fourth lap, that's the lap we pitted you on. That's when you was a little bit conserved. And I think that's when you encountered the traffic and you wasn't really pushing like to get through it. You're like waiting on them to get out of your way, but that cost us because those two guys behind us was pushing each other, trying to catch you.
And I didn't realize they were pushing us hard. Because I'm pretty sure I lost 20 seconds one lap and they gained 20 seconds.
That is correct.
Obviously that added up to that lead that I had. So that lead deplenished pretty quickly that lap, and
I let you know going into the white flag, I put up there 10 seconds. So we went from 43 to 10 within that lap. And so
once I figured out that, obviously the whole game changed. I mean, I'm back to running 110%. Trying to put some time in between us, try to put lappers in between us. At least that's what my mindset was, and that's what I was doing. I mean, I did exactly what I was wanting to do. I was in full control, feeling good. Bike was feeling good, and then we ran into a bottleneck, probably a mile and a half to 2 miles towards the last lap of the race.
That changed everything.
And it really did change the whole race. I'm pretty sure. I look back, obviously Landon wasn't right behind me, but they did eventually catch up to me in this bottleneck situation, and they started backing down the hill, and unfortunately
so what happened in the bottleneck? What was that? What was it?
A guy looked like he was stuck on a tree sideways, kind of on the tightest part of the freaking track, of course. So
completely blocked. You couldn't
completely blocked. Could not go through the people. So they
so you literally just pulled up there in line. There's people in line.
There's people in line. I'm trying to get through the line, and then I see what's going on in the front of the line, and I have an issue there. So Landon and Cody, they ended up getting there. And they were able to reverse.
They're in line too, though.
They were in line. They were able to reverse down this hill that I wasn't able to because I had lappers behind me.
You had people in between you.
So I had to figure out a situation of how I'm gonna get out of here, and
because they were figuring out a different line.
And luckily it worked, but it shouldn't have. I would say that. We really went up the side of the mountain even more and made it happen. So
sketchy stuff.
Sketchy stuff for sure. Obviously it's the last lap. We gotta do whatever we can do. We can't wait on the lappers to get out of the way.
Checkers or wreckers.
And so we ended up still gaining the lead after this bottleneck, but I believe Cody and I don't remember because I'm focused on my race, so
right.
I'm looking forward, but I'm pretty sure Cody ended up not too far behind me, and then I'm not sure where Landon ended up.
I think Landon said on the podium he was in second, and that bottleneck caused him to fall back to third.
Yes, it did.
Because he was able to get out.
He was the next person to catch me in that bottleneck.
Right.
And
so that puts you basically.
That put us all dang near bumper to bumper, right there at the final 2 miles. Obviously, when we're bumper to bumper, you're not gonna shake nobody.
Yeah, no.
Everybody's pushing 110%. Right. It's the last lap. You got 2 miles. You're gonna give it all you got. And so we're going through lappers and going towards the finish. Obviously, we still had the lead. Literally the final 3 corners, 2 corners. The final 3 corners. You look like you probably had a 5-second gap. Yeah, I'd say they were not on my rear bumper coming up the hill.
Right.
The hill going towards the finish. I had a little bit of a breathing room there because I knew. Just you never know situations. And so they ended up actually going through these tall bushes in one corner.
They made up a lot of
time on me.
They were on your bumper at this point.
And then they got to my rear bumper right there.
The last left-hander.
The last left-hander. And they both decided to take a
shorter line.
A shorter line, and obviously I was taking the main line and ended up getting hit and getting passed. Right. I mean, literally the final corner. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, they're coming out of the woods, and Collier gets there, you get in the middle, and then Landon follows. Yeah. I mean, you guys are still. I mean, I think the finish was less than a second. You know what I mean, between the 3 of y'all.
Oh yeah.
So that little bit of time, those last couple 3 corners with that some corners being cut off there, that made a big difference, and that was the difference in the win. So
I mean, to come back from the back of the pack to the lead and lead the whole race and lose it at the final corner.
The last turn, it hurt. That hurt. Yeah.
I mean, especially.
Do you want to try to explain exactly what happened and what the agreement or what the judgment call was? You did go down and challenge that call, which I think anybody would have, because of what you just said. You just said you led the entire race. You felt like that maybe you should have been the winner. The last corner, you got it. We ended up getting beat.
Yep.
Okay. So you did go down there and get it challenged because it wasn't like he come by you and pass you,
a clean pass.
Yeah, sort of a clean pass.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we felt like that a couple corners were cut, and a little bit on the boundary. So you did.
We talked down, or we went to. I got the track official, and we went down there and we looked at it. So this is what the situation was. I'll fast forward through all of it. The situation was, there was I wish we had pictures of it, but unfortunately we don't. There was red double arrows on a tree
to the right.
And then going to that corner that I took, there was only one. There was a stake in the ground with one black arrow. And then your next red arrow was around the corner.
Right, around the right hand.
Yep, around the right hand corner. So officially, we're supposed to follow red arrows. So how they called it was obviously us following red arrows. We don't follow black. So they called it. It was still within the 25-foot range because of the red arrows.
Now, it was not within 25 of the black.
No, if there was a red arrow with that black arrow, it would have been out of bounds. But
it was not there.
It was not. The arrow was not on that stake, and they could not call it over the 25-foot rule legally.
Right. Now, did you see that line?
Yep.
So you bicycled it, and we discussed this line on Friday night.
100% seen it.
And we realized that this same particular rider did this last year and did not gain the position, so there was nothing said about it. This year, obviously, we had to say something because it lost us a position. But we did look at that line, and we deemed, well, we had thought that, well, you know, it is more than 25 foot from that center arrow.
We did not think that
the red and the black would come into play, but it does.
It does.
It does. And that cost us. Okay, so we learned a very valuable lesson.
It cost us pretty big.
I mean, that was a big deal to us. I mean, and it hurt, and we still don't think it's cool. This particular rider has been doing some of this, and you know, but it's just part of it. You know what I mean?
Just gotta get faster.
If we looking back, if we wouldn't have went in relaxed mode, they'd had no opportunity. So anyway, we got to fix that. So anyway, all right, so it's over. You know what I mean? It's it. And
we ended up second. I mean,
that's
official results. Nothing about it. I mean, it's
2 more rounds.
Just keep on moving forward. Since this is what we got to do.
So we got to go win the last 2. And we should be able to do that. So
sure.
Brandon is, I think his riding is probably some of the best I've ever seen right now, and we're laser focused. We got Gncc and Mr. James Reeves helping us on the ATV.
Yeah, the bike's ready to go. I mean, honestly, I'm still ready to go. So
Brandon will wish there was another race today.
We got 2 weeks, so which gives me more time to prepare. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, I'm gonna give it my all. I've been working my butt off all summer, and I felt like I was to speed, and I showed that I was just to speed. So we know we're there.
And honestly, I think the speed's there. We just gotta, you know, we can't have any technicalities. You know what I mean? And listen, this kind of racing, it's hard to do that. Because you got one lapper that can come down sliding across the hill like we had last year, and it just ruined your day. You just never know. So that's what we like about the racing, although there's some downsides to that too, because it does take you out of everything. But anyway, it's all part of it. You know what I mean? This year we've been pretty lucky. The first 3 rounds pretty much sucked, and that got us really behind. But other than that, I don't think you've been out of second place since the 4th round. You've been first or second since the 4th round. So that's a blessing. Okay, that means that we're fast enough. We just got to figure out how to lay down a couple more wins. So anyway, you guys stick around, watch the video. I don't know how long we've been talking, but probably quite a way. Long time.
For sure.
But I think I had like a 30-something minute, and you know, prepared. It's going to start where we showed up there on Saturday morning at Gncc Racing, and we're getting everything prepped to go and that kind of stuff. And then it's going to show where Brandon would go down to the start, and then it's also going to show the podium. Brandon speaking at the podium and explaining everything. Sort of what he just did now. So hopefully that clears up a bunch of stuff for you guys. Listen, we're not bitter about it. We're moved on. It's over, and we're on to Newburgh. So we're ready to roll. And
we'll be ready.
You know, whatever happened, it happened, and there's nothing juicy about it, guys. Don't even try to do it. But we just know where we're at, and right, Brandon. And we're ready to move along. So, but anyway, also, we probably need to thank some of the sponsors that help us get there. Really, I mean, you got Terry Hancock with Edgewood Landscaping. You got TMS with at Adam Voigt. Those 2 particular guys are just awesome, man. And Brandon says it every time he gets up on the podium. But listen, these individuals are really, really important to us. Along with all the kids that you train. The kids had a pretty good race yesterday.
Yeah, all the kids had a good showing, so
they all did.
It was a really good weekend for everybody.
It was. I mean, overall, had a good weekend. Had one of our youth riders break a clutch or something like that, which was just a part failure. But other than that, everybody just ran really good. Had a good weekend.
It was a fun time.
It was a really good time.
Weather condition. I know today it was garbage up there, but today weather
it's supposed to rain.
For Saturday and Friday when we were up there, I mean, conditions you couldn't ask for any better. I mean, truly. So we'll be ready to go in Newburgh. What is that? We got 2 weekends off.
We got an FTR race coming up. So
that'll be my next race.
Yep. So you guys be sticking around. Also, you want to mention Miss Kyla, which is Brandon's girlfriend. She may or may not be racing, which if you guys watch some of our older videos, you'll see Miss Kyla. So we're thinking about pulling her YFZ out, and she may be running the YFZ at the local races here. So got to get all that done. All right, so we're going to wrap this thing up. You guys stick around, watch this video, please. Stay tuned. We're going to try to do 2 videos a week. Try to do a race video, and then try to do a shop video. We've got to take graphics on this one this week.
Do graphics on this bike. this
So
week,
there's some videoing going
we gotta
this
do
week.
some tires this week.
Gotta
I'm
do
sure.
tires.
So
you guys stick
we got
around.
some stuff to get done.
Yes, yeah, you guys stick around, hang tight with us, okay? And we'll try to do the best we can. The videoing and the editing is not the greatest, but anyway, we're just a bunch of rednecks that live in the country out here. You know what I mean? So we'll do the best we can. All right, you guys stick around, watch the video. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Pro Row 784. We are in Beckley, West Virginia at the Mountaineer. This is going to be, let's see, this will be the 10th race of the season here. And we are here at Gncc Racing. This is his deal going on here. Brandon's over here getting everything ready to go. Got Santo here, and we'll go over here and get a word with Brandon. But we got some new graphics on the quad for Brandon for the remaining 3 races, and just brighten him up a little bit. And got it all gassed up and ready to go. Do have a GoPro on the front and a GoPro on the back, providing that all that works today. We're going to try to get some footage. And so this is Brandon. He's looks like he's eating a sandwich, getting ready to go. So Brandon got here yesterday, and you bicycled the track a little bit and finished up some of that this morning. There's a couple places you want to go back and see just to visualize again. And so race is here in about an hour. We'll be starting the race, and Gnc's got the Renegade all ready to go, and got some really wonderful sponsors and that kind of stuff. But anyway, so
yeah.
Oh man, hold on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Okay. That's gonna be 3 miles an hour right there.
Yeah.
Haircuts
I hope
out.
so. That's what I'm gonna need.
So what do you think?
I feel good. Been working on it.
Okay.
Bike feels good. I've rode it a couple of the shocks the last Mid-East, and I really liked how the bike felt. I'm ready to go.
Conditions, what do you think?
Really think I'm gonna like the track. Obviously, you don't know until you're out there,
right.
But I feel like I'm gonna like this place. All these other guys seem to like it too, so it's gonna be a fast track, I guarantee you. There's some parts that are slow, but real rocky. There's some technical areas. No real mud. I mean, we're gonna get muddy because of just where we are, but track's actually up at the top, probably gonna be a little dusty. But I feel good, ready to go as much as I can be, so we're good.
All right, then. So, yep, we are too. So we're ready to go here. So you guys stay tuned here. We're gonna finish up a few things, and got Miss Kyla. She's the pit girl, getting everything ready to go here, and we're gonna get this thing all wrapped up and get up there. So you guys stay tuned.
The live singing, and at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we want to introduce you to our pro riders in the WXC and the 4x4 Pro, and we'll begin with the WXC, and they will ride to the starting line in accordance to points. Rolling to the line first, the 418, your points leader out of Valley City, Ohio, on a B&R Motorsports backed Yamaha, Jessica Elioff. Rolling to the line next, the 718 defending. Rolling to the line next, the 784. Out of Avon Park, Florida, on a B&R Motorsports and GBC back Can-Am, Brandon Frazier. Rolling to the line next, the 202 out of Salisbury, North Carolina, on an FCR and off-road back Can-Am, Hayden Mickelson. Rolling to the line next, the 210 out of Pennsylvania, on a B&R Motorsports, Robert Smith. Rolling to the line, 6 points, the 327 out of Cookville, Tennessee,
the blue flag, which means turn the engines off, and it's going to be within seconds here. So Brandon's going to be the one with the lime green there on the front there. So we're going to see how he does on the start here.
The green flag is inside, the blue flag goes in the air. We like to say, oh, you're ready to Gncc Mountaineer. Seconds for row number 1, the 4x4 Pro.
Not good. Well, he went in there last, so this is going to be a long day, especially on this truck. This track right here is really fast, so, and not a lot of places to pass. So we'll see how Brandon does here, and see what he thinks.
Seconds for row number 1, the 4x4 Pro.
So Brandon just started there. You guys saw that I think he went in the woods very last, and probably gonna have a lot of mud on the front of the camera. Hopefully not. Hopefully he keeps it wiped. And got a long day. So, but Brandon said either he's gonna get the whole shot or he's gonna be dead last. Well, he was dead last. So there's where we're set up here. He's gonna come out of here. The finish is right there. So he just rolls around the wood line here and right here. And then we are gonna pit him somewhere in this area. Here's what we're thinking. They go through this dip here and then they go back toward the start down this long straightaway here. So I'm interested to see how he does on this first lap. I'm sure he's gonna be burning a lot of energy, and we'll see where we're at. So you guys hang tight. All right, we come through. I can't believe it, but anyway, well, I can't believe it. That's Brandon. Brandon first coming through, so first lap. So anyway, didn't stop for goggles, didn't stop for anything, so we'll catch him the next lap here. Hey guys, I'm down here crunching numbers, and let's see, Brandon's came through for 3 laps, been the leader for all 3 laps. The last time through, he was 0.46 seconds in front of second place, but they did stop him for a pit over there, so he dropped down a little bit by 10 or 12 seconds. So when he was over here, he came by me. When he came by me, he was like 35, something like that. So I'm at the about a mile and a half before the finish here of this lap. I think it's going to be a 5-lap race, we think, so far. We got somebody going up there and checking, so we just need to do 2 more good laps. Brandon looks fresh. Every time he comes by, he shakes his head, so hopefully he's in control. So this is where Brandon likes to be. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll keep digging. All right, I'm headed back down here to the chicane down here. Brandon went by me for the last time over there, and he only had like a 10-second lead, so he lost some time, probably 35 seconds on that lap. So don't know what happened, or if anything happened, or if he's providing that he's having issues. But I did give him the split, and he shook his head like he knew what was going on. So hopefully we can bring this last lap in, about 20 minutes away, and bring home a win. Brandon's looked good today, and it shows, and so hopefully we can bring it home with a win. Certainly a podium finish is always good, but we want to win. So anyway, I'm happy with Brandon's riding, and I'm sure he will be too. So we'll get down here and see.
Man, it was a battle, folks. Like we said, coming all the way down to the end. I'm gonna give you plenty of mic cord here, man. Brandon Frazier, guys, put your hands together for him. Absolutely, what a performance it was. Man, you're walking away with second. You got a smile on your face, but I don't think it's any shock. Not where you want to be, man. How you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm feeling good, dude. These last 2 rounds are going to be fun. It's going to be a really good time, I'm going to be honest with you. Today should have been my day, but, you know, circumstances happen, and it's okay. Just a little chip on my shoulder, a little fire under me, and that's perfect. That's exactly what we need. And today should have been the day. I'm just going to be honest, it was my fault. I slowed down that 3rd lap, and it was my fault, and I shouldn't have slowed down. I let them catch sight of me. We hit a bottleneck right there at that last lap, and gave them an opportunity to do something like that. So it's okay. We're ready to go. You're gonna see me have a little bit of fun in West Virginia, Indiana. I guarantee you that.
Man, and I'm glad to hear you touch on it, because we were curious. You were up to a 46-second lead at one point, and you looked confident, and then it was like, oh man, these guys are close. They're within 10 seconds even. So I was curious whether or not that caught you by surprise, and then we all know how unpredictable it is. And so overall, just moving forward, trying to take the positives. You look good. You had plenty of speed. Who do you want to thank for grabbing second today?
There's so many people. Obviously, 90% of these fans out here, or all these fans out here, man, they're out there cheering and on the race course all over the track. I think there's guys with air horns out there. Dude, they're just having a good time, and man, we're having fun. I think we're down 7 points, and you know, there's 2 more races, and that can be done. And so we're going for that #1 plate, and I think we can make it happen. GVC tires, man, dude, this bike was on freaking rails today. Wasn't the bike's fault by any means today. Dreesy Racing, James Reeves, them guys over there, man, they made these shocks, and this bike handled really good. The Canyon Renegade machine killed it. HMF exhaust, J parts, HVG, my mom, my dad, my brother, my beautiful girlfriend Kyla, the Hancock family, the Voigt family, the Wilson family, and the Lay family, man, dude, them guys. The support I have this year, Checker Racing, the support I have this year is insane, and I don't know what to say, man. I'm ready to go for these last two. I think I may be riding a little bit tomorrow.
There we go, guys. I am looking forward to it. Once again, put your hands together. Brandon Frazier grabbing second on the day. It was a hard back there of not making a football team right now, guys. We're working on it. I saw a one-handed lanyard snag, though. That was good, whoever that was. And we're going to have the WXC coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Got to hear.